Hey everyone, this is Kirk here again at OptionAlpha.com, and in this video update I'm going to show you guys exactly how we got out of our trade in Qualcomm today. It was the only earnings trade that we got out of today. It wasn't for lack of trying. We tried to get into JNPR, which was another earnings candidate that we tried to get into today, JNPR. We were trying to sell the 25 puts, the 30 calls. That's what we were shooting for today. Just didn't get actually filled. Ended up that it would have been I guess a bad trade because it moved much further than expected. So I guess luck is on our side, but I just want to definitely let you guys know that we did try to get into JNPR today, just didn't get filled on the pricing that we were trying to get before the market actually opened. As far as Qualcomm goes, and let me actually just go back to the charts here, or to the website. We did get out of this thing very, very shortly after the market opened. This was a really quick close after the market opened at 9:31. This is what I said last night in the video update, so if you didn't watch that, please watch that. But what we definitely try to do with these earnings trades is, again, all we're trying to do is take advantage of that drop in implied volatility. So we're not trying to hold this thing too long, right? You try to get out of it with what you can get in the morning. Sometimes it will move more than expected after the open. Any other times, it might even come back in and become profitable even more so than when we get out, right? So it's not that it always moves outside, or if the stock moves lower, then it continues lower. It's not the case by any means. Netflix is a great example of this. Netflix opened really high and then moved back inside the range when it announced earnings, right? So this thing could have done totally the opposite, right? Where it opened low and then moves back inside the range, right? So I know I get a lot of questions from people like, oh, well, it always moves outside of this range. It doesn't. It could move back in. But look, the key is that we get out of these things pretty quick after the market opens, right? Now, you don't want to force it in with a market order, right? You definitely want to let the market, come in, meaning you want to let some people start trading. You want to let the options reprice a little bit, and then you definitely want to close each side. But it could take, for most liquid stocks, 1 or 2 minutes at the most. Then you want to get your order in and get this thing off. So in our case, we did get filled at 9:31 for a $40 debit. So we took a nice little $108 profit for basically about 15 minutes of risk in the market. And what you saw, obviously, with Qualcomm is that big spike in volatility has basically contracted. So it's come all the way back around. I think this thing will continue to fall over the next day or so. And so this ended up being a pretty decent position for us as far as that goes. Other trades that we definitely skipped: Google, Microsoft, all below 50 IV rank. So I know a bunch of people in the forums were talking about Google and Microsoft. We skipped them. They're below 50 IV rank. I think they're moving pretty decent clip here after hours. I think last I checked, Google was down, Microsoft was up. But look, these things are just not really high IV plays for us, and so we're going to avoid them. We're going to take the lowest hanging fruit that we can possibly take during this earnings season. So we'll continue to monitor everything and let you guys know if we have any other trades. Again, you can check out the last video that we did last night on the earnings calendar. I think that's a really good resource for you guys to use and look at. And it definitely helps you get an idea of which ones we're looking at coming up on the horizon. So as always, hopefully you guys enjoy these. If you have any comments or questions, please ask them in the comment section right below. And until next time, happy trading.